Welcome everyone. This is Acid Roots. We've got a review in the form of Beyoncé. So this is her debut. Earlier in the year I did B-Day. I'm going to talk about her first album. Really, she was with Destiny's Child, but she ventured into acting in a solo career. And this was a pretty big album. It's actually one of her biggest. And really, these records remind me of like a rap album, just with a female perspective on it. Now, there are female rappers, but most females usually take up the singing as opposed to rapping. And it's almost as if, Beyonce is the female Eminem or something. That's what we're looking at just because of the size of her popularity and the effectiveness of the songs she makes. So, this is a trip worth taking, and it's a great starting point if you want more music besides some of the standard stuff today. Now, obviously, this record has shown its age, and also it's really commercial. But apart from those two things, I still feel like there are a very small batch of songs that are good. But you just have to keep in mind you're going to know some songs off this album, and it's just a big jumble of Beyonce on some commercial songs. So, can you smoke to this? The answer is yes, you can. Baby Boy is a great one. Me, Myself, and I is a good one. And possibly Signs. But, there's just not a ton. Like I said, this is marketable R&B. White people are going to know who Beyonce is. People in Asia are going to know who Beyonce is. And people all around the world, they're going to know who Beyonce Knowles is. So that's one thing which you also have to keep in mind, that when you make yourselves presentable, you lose some of the juice that makes certain people good. This is kind of why I don't want Eminem to get much more commercial than he is, because it just doesn't work. B-Day is obviously the better record. That was like the perfect blend. Had dance records and had nighttime music, and Beyonce was a very, very stylish woman on that record. She knew what was up. It made sense because she was young and spry. So the production is handled well. Me, Myself, and I is probably the best beat on here. I would have liked Signs if they wouldn't have changed the beat so much. Naughty Girl's a really good one. Baby Boy is really good. So the unheard songs, there are 14 songs on here, and I only like 3 of them. Now, I know that that's really good, but it's just because I'm just not into commercial music as much as I was. But keep in mind, Beyonce is kind of someone that crosses that boundary. You just have to look for the songs. So, Naughty Girl, guaranteed song to play. Baby Boy with Sean Paul. This is one you probably heard on the radio. And Me, Myself, and I, which is kind of a song for black women, but it's also still a stylish R&B song. It's not a club song, but it works. So there was one almost song, and that's "Be With You," but it just felt strange. Yeah, I mean, the problem with this is I almost didn't want to review this because B-Day is the better choice, but I still want to do like the starting point so people will find this as opposed to finding B-Day, because this is one that had the radio songs on it. So I'm still gonna let you know it's not a a waste of time. It's sold, but Beyonce has made better music. And that's just all there is. She's a lot more stylish than she lets on this release. So you're just getting really candy coated pop bubblegum stuff, and it just isn't that good of a feeling. So I don't recommend this release, but you should still check out those songs I mentioned. I'm gonna give this album a 1.5 out of 10. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that it's bad. Beyonce can sing, but it just does not fit with what I'm listening to at this point. I think a lot of you, if you just click, 4 or 5 or 6 of my videos, you'll notice that as well. So, the future, Beyonce, we'll see what she does. I mean, I'm certain that she's got something going on, but we'll just have to wait and see. The social score, I'll give it a 4.5 social because this was a chart heavy album. But the problem with it is there are ballads on this album, so it's not perfect even if I were to give it a fairer score. But the first half is really exciting, and there's some glitz on here. I think I said 4.5 social. So can it be top? Yes. Just go out and get B-Day instead. But I give this album a 1.5 out of 10 and a 4.5 social. Subscribe for more fun.